they got to be raised up where they were sold at. What people were sold. That was us. So I'm going to read Jeremiah 16 right quick, man. I think it's Jeremiah 16 and 11. Let's see what he say about how the remembrance of us coming through Egypt ain't going to even be in our mindset. We ain't going to even talk about that. Let's see what we're going to talk about in the future. What you got? Jeremiah 16 and 11. Go ahead.
Then shall thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me.
Right, so this they asking they saying your son gonna ask you, they gonna ask you, man, why y'all going through this? What took place? And this what we gonna say. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, we have walked after other gods and have served them.
So this is why we going through this. We walked after other gods and have served them. So this is what we gonna tell our kids in the future. Man, why they gonna ask, well, Daddy, why we doing it? Why we going through this? Why we getting hit with this vexation? Because our forefathers walked after other gods and have served them. Keep reading, bro.
And have worshipped them.
And have worshipped them. Go ahead.
And have forsaken me.
So we forsake them. So guess what? We going through it now. Go ahead, bro.
And have not kept my law.
And have not kept my law. Go ahead, bro.
And ye have done worse than your fathers.
He said we have done worse than our fathers. Go ahead, brother.
For behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart.
Go ahead.
That they may not hearken unto me.
Keep going.
Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not.
Right, so then what he did, he cast us out of the land, brought us into a land that we didn't know, okay? So he said that was gonna happen. All right, so we understand that. We understand that we got cast into a land that we know not. Keep reading, bro.
Neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods.
So that's what we doing right now today, serving other gods. Go ahead.
Day and night.
Day and night,
Well, I will not show your favor.
Go ahead.
Therefore, behold, the days come.
Now the day gonna come. Go ahead, bro.
Say the Lord, that it shall no more be said.
So it's gonna come a time where ain't gonna no more be said about what? Go ahead.
The Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
So it's gonna come a time where we ain't gonna talk about the Lord bringing the children of Israel out of Egypt. I'm quite sure even in the churches, man, some of the pastors may give you a little feel-good sermon, man. Oh, the Lord delivered the children through the Red Sea. It's gonna come a time where we ain't gonna even talk about that no more. That's one of the greatest things that Christ has ever done that brought us through the Red Sea.
They can't even talk about it.
Well, I mean, in the church they talk about, the pastors may say, but the Lord say it's gonna come a time where we ain't gonna talk about it no more. Because why? Let's see why we ain't gonna talk about it. Go ahead, bro.
But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
So we gonna talk about the Lord that brought the children of Israel out of the land of the north. Go ahead.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them.
So that's what we gonna talk about in the future. We gonna talk about how he brought the children of Israel out of the land of the north. And everywhere he drove us at, that's gonna be our conversation. We ain't gonna be talking about how he delivered us through the Red Sea. We gonna talk about how he gathered us from everywhere we were sold and scattered. That's gonna be the miracle in the future that we gonna be discussing. You understand what I'm saying? So we thinking that we going up there, we going back to our land. Where we came from. Give me Galatians 4:26, man. That's where we going back to. So the conversation ain't gonna be, oh, the Lord brought us through the Red Sea. The conversation gonna be like, hey man, the Lord brought us from America, man. The Lord brought us back from Jamaica. The Lord brought us back from England. He put us back in our land. That ain't happening yet. That's the Old Testament. That ain't even took place yet. But they tell you to do away with it. Give me Matthew 5:17, bro. Go ahead.
Galatians 4:3.
4:26, man.
Galatians 4:26.
Go ahead.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So what the Bible say? Jerusalem is the mother of us all, right? But what they tell you in school, Africa is, right? Don't they say Africa? But the Bible just said Jerusalem is the mother of us all, right? That's where we came from, man. That's where we from. The Bible just said Jerusalem is the mother of us all. So when I was just saying to you back in the previous scriptures, where we just read, how it said that it's gonna come a time where we gonna talk about how he delivered us from everywhere we were sold. That's in the Old Testament. It ain't even took place yet, dog. But that's what we going back to. But they tell you in the church, man, to stay out of the Old Testament. They don't want you to read that, man. Right, they want to keep you in the New Testament, man, but the Lord said I came in the volume of the book. As a matter of fact, in the Old Testament, who was there in the Old Testament? I mean, you just guessing.
I didn't feel
You just guessing.
That's a good guess.
Right.
It's a good guess. It's a real good guess.
Right. That was Jesus in the Old Testament. When they tell you he was God, they tell you Jesus in the New Testament. Jesus in the Old Testament.
okay.
God the Father, God the Son.
Right.
And John, they sit there and tell you that he gone. He ain't here no more.
I mean,
he was here in spirit, but at the same time, he wasn't. Basically, what I'm saying is, they try to look at John as they asking John, John, this Messiah now, he telling all the truth, so you have to be baptized, reborn again by water. Right. And then they looking at him all you.
Just looking at him like that. Right. All right, bro.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, he ain't take that honor though.
He told him, no, I'm not your Messiah.
Right. Told him. And that was him in the Old Testament, man. Oh, he knows what's up.
Absolutely.
It all makes sense. It's all making sense.
Right. And that's good, man. Right. And they do that, man, because they just think about it, man. First off, like I don't know if you was there, but we was going over how we supposed to be teaching the word, man. You understand what I'm saying? The children of Israel, man, we the ones supposed to come out here and bring this gospel, man. You know what I'm saying? We the ones supposed to be out here sounding the alarm. But you got other nations teaching this gospel, so it got us jacked up, man. They teaching, that's like me going, matter of fact, that's like me going into Rome. I'm trying to teach a Roman how to be a Roman, but I'm from another country. How can I go into your land and teach you how to?
That's somebody else. No, I thought that was somebody else, bro.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, you gotta say it like that, bro.
What I say?
I'm just saying, bro.
What I say, bro? I ain't say nothing, bro. But that's how a man's supposed to be about his daughter, right? You feel the same way about your daughter, right? Okay, then. All right, then, bro. You dealing with men up here, dog. I don't play nothing about my daughter, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I thought she was somebody else.
Okay, now I understand that. We got that, bro.
Respect.
All right, so like I'm saying, man, we supposed to teach the gospel, man. We supposed to be bringing this gospel, man. According to the Bible, man, he left it with the children of Israel, not nobody else, man. You understand what I'm saying? So by you having other nations teach this gospel, you got us confused. You got us jacked up.
First person they look at is
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That's real.
He first Roman.
Yeah, man. Hey, and that's where the wickedness is coming out of. The mother church, the harlot. So if that's the mother church, then what do you call all the other churches that worship on Sunday? They gotta be the daughters, right? So guess what? They teaching you nonsense. They got you jacked up. Then what you gonna do when you have children? You gonna teach your children the same thing.
They gonna be brought up in sin.
Exactly, man. Okay, we brought up in sin, man. Well, give me 1 John 3 and 4. Give me 1 John 2 and 4, man.
1 John.
1 John 4. Okay, go ahead. Matter of fact, go on. Matthew 5:17.
Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets.
It's Christ talking, man. He said, think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophet. Where were the prophets at? Give me Daniel 9 and 6. Let's see what the prophets at. Go ahead and read, bro.
I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right, so Christ said, I did not come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. What law was he fulfilling? He was fulfilling the sacrificial law. That's what he was fulfilling.
He sacrificed himself.
Right, he came as the lamb. That's what he was fulfilling. They got Daniel 9 and 6. Come on, read that.
Daniel 9 and 6.
Go ahead, bro.
Neither have we hearkened unto thy servant.
So the Bible said, neither have we, this Daniel talking now, neither have we hearkened to thy servant. Go ahead.
The prophets.
The prophets. So the prophets was what? In what? The Old Testament. So he's saying in the script, we ain't hearkened to them. So the Lord, man, you know I did not come to destroy the law or the prophets, but to fulfill. So we got to find out what was, come on, sister. We got to find out what was it that he was fulfilling. He was fulfilling the sacrificial law. Everything else, man, we got to keep. That's why the Bible tell you rehearse the righteous acts. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going back up, man.
Yeah, I just grab that.
So yeah, man, you know, we still got to keep the law, statutes, commandments, according to Scripture, man. He didn't come to do away with it.
And even, and you know, that's a good segue. John 14.
Go ahead.
John 14, you got it. John 14, start at verse 15.
John 14 and 15? If you love me,
I'm ready.
if you love me,
I ain't know that was a God. I thought that was somebody else.
You good, family. You good, family. We all family here.
Hey, so you know what you do now?
What?
Yeah, that one of them with your little sign, man. Say, excuse me, young lady. Right?
That is. That is.
Hey, you might have got a, okay. You know what I'm saying? You might have got that, you know what I'm saying? In the other way, man, hey, real father gonna play, hey, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, though.
You do the same thing, man. That's right, man. That's right, man.
if you love me, keep my commandments.
All right, so you just heard that. So that's come from the New Testament.
Right.
So the New Testament is where they try to say that this is all done away with. But New Testament, you just heard the John. If you love me, keep my commandments.
That's right.
What was the commandments? Commandments that God gave you.
That's right.
Okay, so they ain't done away with.
Right.
But they want you to believe that.
Right.
Because as long as you do believe that, then you're going to continue to be in sin, which is contrary to the word of God. So that's nothing but the lake of fire. You know? So, and it's that simple. You know, they want to say, okay, well, you know, why you always in the Old Testament? Why you always in the Old Testament? Well, now you go to the New Testament. Okay?
Right.
You show them in the New Testament, they still don't want to do it.
Right.
You see what I'm
Always trying to
saying?
finagle their way out.
What them fishing for, though?
Bro, and they mean a lot, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
They do. They do.
man.
They do. Yeah, you're looking at part of the transatlantic slave trade, 1619. 392 years ago, this is how you got here. This is how you
Let's read it to the brother. Yeah, let's read it to him. I'm going to go ahead and get it while you go. I'll read it out and you go and explain it to him. I'm going to read something.
Deuteronomy 28?
I'll read it.
All right.
I'm going to explain it to him. And the Lord, Deuteronomy 28 and 16, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Brother Mark, get Exodus 22, 13 and 3. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And this is where you know that they was talking about our ancestors. Right. Because see, in order to be the children of Israel, when it comes to the blessings for obedience and the curses for disobedience, the only people who Israel is going to be is the ones who fit those curses specifically. Right. Okay? And there's only one group of people in recorded history that was sold via ships.
Right.
Okay? Think about it. Now the Bible describes Egypt as a house of bondage.
Right.
Okay, so think about that scripture again. We can go ahead and replace that. It says, and the Lord thy God shall bring thee into a house of bondage via ships.
You got, what you got over there?
Deuteronomy, Exodus 20 and 2.
Okay, get 13 and 2.
So think about that.
So we're going to give you the meaning of Egypt according to the Bible.
Okay, exactly.
Go ahead and read it.
Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right. So another house of bondage is Exodus 13 and 3. You got it, Lamar?
Yeah.
Oh, this New Testament.
This is old.
But we giving you the definition of Egypt according to the Bible.
Always going in. Oh, we're going to open up the New Testament.
Yeah, they don't want to go to the Old Testament. Because the Lord don't give it to them.
Exactly.
You just give them the knowledge.
You're going here and find out who you are.
And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which he came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So we see it there again. We see it there again that Egypt means house of bondage. That's why on the back of the dollar bill you see a pyramid, which signifies Egypt. We know the all seeing eye represents the illuminated one, but that pyramid signifies Egypt, which means house of bondage.
I want to know is Illuminati true?
Oh yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
Everybody think they brand that junk.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, it's true.
They see them with that junk game.
He ain't the only one.
Who is that? Everybody in the rap industry.
It ain't just rap industry.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you got athletes, you got world leaders, the world leaders. They are the main world. They the one that put it together. Freemason.
That's why LeBron used to be doing that jump before the game.
Yeah, all that,
And Kobe be doing it too.
And that's success.
Yeah. I know about that jump.
Yeah, true, man. Remember your sign, man.
From your side, I don't see how. You know what I'm saying?
Like they try to get it to the point. Like if you ain't moving out, it's like ride or die.
Oh yeah,
They trying to get it. Like
that's why they tell you they say you can't even talk about God in school no more.
Nah, it's getting down to that point.
they know when they say the world ends, that ain't when the